How you going, Tom?
Good, Adam. How are you?
Good.
Good. I got one thing I want to start this week with.
Yeah.
So last week we discussed, or last week. What an idiot. Last episode we discussed nicknames, right?
Oh, yep.
And we were talking in between episodes.
That's just spam
Well done.
caller. Anyway.
Well done. That's why I put my phone on silent, only for this.
Well,
no other time.
I'm
But
not
anyway,
that professional.
where does a nickname end and an insult start? You know, like, as a good mate, I could call you the C-bomb, and it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But if I'm giving someone else, say, a colleague from work,
yeah.
not even a work friend, because I don't think there's many of them.
No.
But if I called them the C-bomb, they're probably going to get a bit pissy about it.
Yeah. I don't think probably. I think they are.
I mean, I'm only calling them the truth, but...
Oh, yeah.
But, like, what's the difference between a nickname and an insult? Is it just how good you are, like how good a friend you are?
Yeah, I suppose. But then again, you wouldn't be screaming out their nickname if it's the C-bomb in public.
Have you heard half of the people in the town we live in?
Well, fair enough.
I mean, you wouldn't walk around calling, "Oh, you Nazi bastard!" Like,
yeah.
that might be pushing it a little bit, but
Yeah, well, I suppose it's like, if the person's offended, then it's an insult, but then, I don't know.
yeah, I think it just...
Because I could call you Spud, and then you go, "Oh, I hate potatoes." That's an insult.
Well, that's a lie. You've seen my
Oh, yeah.
physique. I don't hate potatoes,
Yeah.
but
You look like a fucking potato.
see, I could get offended because I'm like, I have body image issues. You calling me a potato doesn't fucking help me. I'm offended.
Yeah.
Um,
But then again, like...
That's... I think
Like that kind of person actually has a friend.
that's also true.
Mm.
Or anyone close enough to give them a nickname
Yeah.
that they don't give themselves.
Yeah. And the only nickname they'd give themselves, like, powerful or some shit.
Or the horsecock hero. Like, you know, it's
Horsecock hero.
something that is a 100% lie, but makes them feel good about their tiny penis. Like, it's,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's, yeah, that's all they would give themselves.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, they want to pick the coolest nickname
Mm.
for dumb reasons. Like,
Yeah.
they want to make themselves sound cool. Hi, I'm Tom. People call me
No,
hero. Like, it's...
I don't think you can give yourself a nickname.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
they want to introduce themselves that way and go, "Hi, I'm Tom, but you can call me hero." Like,
Yeah.
what?
People call me hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No one calls
Yeah,
you
no
hero.
one calls you hero. I'm going to call you...
The thing they call you is disappointment,
Yeah.
particularly your parents, but, you know, yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom, but my parents call me disappointment.
Yeah. They call me the mistake. See, and then that's a nickname that'd stick
Oh, yeah.
because it's funny
well,
and it's a, you know, jab
A
at
jab,
someone else.
yeah.
Like, it's,
yeah. And look, if they're too serious about it, it's like, oh.
yeah.
But if they're not serious, then it's like, oh, good. Well, I will call you the mistake then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a different note,
Mm.
something that I just thought about. I've got a bunch of notes for this episode, and this isn't one of them.
Yeah.
Did you hear during the week that if Timzo wins his next fight, Charlo's been told he has to fight him this year?
I thought they were already fighting this year. Like, I thought he was, like, his next...
No, I think he's got one more. Timzo is supposed to have one more fight before then.
Oh, right.
Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I was just reading about it, and so I don't know whether there was some debate as to maybe Charlo was going to try to put the fight off until next year, whether he's recovered or not, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, he's been told if Timzo wins his next fight, I think the next one after that will happen in September.
Oh, okay. Like, he's a mandatory...
Like mandatory contender fight.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, and undisputed contender as well is if Tim wins his next fight, he will be undisputed.
Yeah. That's
Um,
cool.
Yeah, so we got another couple of fights coming up in the next few months.
Mm.
Should be good to watch.
Yeah, well, a bit disappointing about bloody Steve.
Yeah.
He did win that fight. I
Yeah.
think it was just a bit of judge interference. Apparently, the judges that, like, judged his fight weren't even meant to be there.
No.
Or two of them got swapped out at the last minute, and they
Yeah.
just so happened to be swapped out with two Mexican blokes.
And two locals
Yeah.
who are from the same town as the guy who was fighting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So it's like...
No, there was a lot of debate over that. I read some articles on it in the days after. And yeah, there was a lot of people had a problem with that.
Yeah.
And so they should. Like,
Well, I mean...
why
even-
do you not
even the-
have an unbiased judging panel?
Yeah. I always reckon that...
Because any idiot with a set of eyes could see... There was probably a couple of rounds where he didn't have it.
Yeah. Well...
But the rest of them,
yeah,
he was on top the whole time. Like,
yeah, he did. He definitely was dominating the fight majority of the time. And yeah, there
Yeah.
were a few rounds that he probably would have lost.
Oh, absolutely. But you look at the stats, the number of power punches, just the number of punches he was throwing and landing,
Oh yeah,
the
there
sheer
was
volume.
twice as
like,
much as the other bloke.
at some points, there was 3 times as much.
Yeah,
And he still didn't win.
yeah.
Like,
It's it's a bit fishy.
yeah.
Well, especially when all the commentators and that were like, well, "What fight were the judges watching?"
Yeah,
'Cause that
yeah.
wasn't the fight that we were watching.
That's exactly right. So, I don't know. I do definitely feel for him.
Yeah,
Because now he's got that as a loss on his record. When it
yeah,
really shouldn't have been.
yeah.
Can
Well,
they contend the win? Or contest it?
I think they can, but I don't know if it actually goes anywhere unless it's like
But see,
if it was like for a world title,
yeah.
they probably would, but because it's just like a fight, it wasn't like for
Yeah,
a belt
that's-
or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
They probably just go,
It's-
oh, whatever. Like, you got your money, shut up.
Yeah. That's
But-
also fair.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's a big payday for the winner that he misses out on because it was an unfair decision and it's
Yeah.
ruled that it's not a split decision, that it's a unanimous decision. Like, it's...
Yeah, well, it was a split decision, that one. But
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, if
Yeah.
they reassess it and it's unanimously his way, well, that's
Yeah.
a very different decision to what they had.
Yeah,
But
but
either way, I mean, it's
That's-
unfortunate for him, but that's
Yeah.
that's the
that's just how it goes.
the nature of the
sometimes.
beast.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, shit happens. And,
Yeah,
I mean,
Ah,
he still gets paid for it, so it's not like he gets nothing.
yeah, that's it. It's always good to support a local boy and
Oh, yeah.
see him doing bloody well too.
Bloody oath.
Um,
I was going to say, the other day I was going to work. I go to work pretty early. This was probably, I think I was starting at 5 this morning,
yeah,
and I was following a cop car, and he was in front of me,
Yeah.
and it was just him, like him and me on the road, because
Yeah.
no one's on the roads that early.
no,
And he's pulled up at this set of lights, and it went green, and he just sat there.
yeah.
Now, is it legal to honk?
I think technically no.
Yeah.
It's a safety feature of your vehicle, but on the road you're not supposed to use it. Like,
yeah.
it's
But he sat there the whole green light
yeah,
and didn't move. And I'm thinking, aren't there two of you arseholes in this car? Like, surely one of you would have went, go.
so he's probably trying to bait you into honking
That's
for him.
exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Because, like, when the light turned green on the next go round,
Yeah,
he went 40 the whole way
Oh.
to work. And I followed him pretty much the whole way to work until you turn off.
yeah, yeah.
40 the whole
Oh,
way.
That
Yeah,
grinds
he-
my gears something
That
shocking.
grinds
like
my
it's-
grundle.
Absolutely. That
But yeah, that's exactly what I thought. He's trying to bait me into honking or
or
like,
driving
going
aggressively.
around
Yeah.
him or
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, 5 a.m. There's no one else on the road.
Exactly.
He's at the end of a night shift. He wants
Yeah,
something
he's
to.
probably going like, oh shit, I
quota's
I need
not-
an arrest.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I need to
need
fill
it
his quota.
now.
I need to book someone and get a fine so I can get paid tonight. Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But his mistake was he was dealing with Captain Calm, and I don't give a fuck.
Oh, if it was me, I would have found
I was-
the soonest road that I could shoot off and drive parallel. But knowing my luck, he'd go, I know exactly what you're fucking doing.
Yeah,
And then sneak his way back in front of you.
yeah. And then give you the old glove up the arse or
But-
something because
But what you do is you turn off.
yeah,
And then you hope that he does the same thing. You flip a Yui and then
yeah,
go back on the road you're on.
yeah.
And then go, oh, he's not there anymore. What a shame. I'm just going to do the speed limit.
Yeah, I just thought, come on, man.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves is people not doing the fucking speed limit.
Yeah,
And
Well, I can understand it. Say if it's 60, 50, it's like, yeah, it's a bit annoying.
no, fuck that.
Oh,
50 is still too slow. 55 is probably my limit.
what if it's like an oldie?
No, fuck them. If they are too old to be driving the speed limit, get the fuck off the road.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually get fined for going too slow, but it's only if you're going too slow and holding up too much traffic.
Yeah.
So if it's one car behind you, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But if it's 10
the cop
cars,
knew that too.
yeah, if it's 10 cars behind you,
Yeah.
then you can get in trouble.
Yeah, because you're interfering on a large scale. I
Yeah,
suppose.
and like the more cars, the more likely it is someone's going to do something stupid and you're going to cause an accident or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah, I just thought,
it just grinds my gears because normally I've got it worked out that I can leave work or home. I know exactly how long it's going to take me each
Yeah.
day. I give myself 5 minutes leeway.
yeah,
But if there's some bastard who's going slow or I've had a shit of a day, I'm just sitting in that car fucking fuming and sometimes not even silently raging at them from behind them. You know, they're
Yeah.
probably looking in their rearview mirror and I'm just going fucking nuts.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, I bet this asshole's looking at me. So I just sat there. I'm sitting there. I'm sort of thinking, go, like,
yeah.
but no, he just sat there. And I just
I've said
this
that
asshole's
before.
looking at me.
In my car, I've screamed, "Fucking move!" and
If you got road rage issues,
road rage issues because I'm fucking stressed because I'm working too fucking much and not sleeping enough. And
well, that sounds more like a you problem.
well,
than a
it
he
is.
problem.
It is definitely a me problem.
Yeah.
The one day this week that I didn't really have road rage issues because I was just way too tired to care. So for anyone listening, I had last week off with COVID again. I didn't get super sick this time, thankfully, but
Like how many days you reckon you're like sick for?
I was sick for 4.
Eh?
But it was just sort of mildly sick for 4. It was
Not like bedbound.
No.
sort of. Yeah.
I didn't have the energy to get out of bed, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that I
But
was
you
sick
did.
enough I needed to stay in bed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was just inconvenient.
Were you sore, like muscle soreness?
No,
Oh, right.
just headache, the shit,
No.
congestion, and like, so it wasn't.
Just basic sickness
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't. I can't move because I'm too sore
Yeah.
or anything like that. But yeah, a mild, more than a mild. It was an inconvenience, not a mild inconvenience. But
Yeah.
I was sick enough to not go to work.
Yeah.
And then now I'm dealing with the after effects, which I had last time. I'm just tired. Like, I get exhausted easily.
No.
The second day back, 19-hour day,
Yeah.
I was absolutely shattered by the end of it. Finished at 1:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
driving home thinking, I don't know if I'm going to make it home without crashing because I'm so tired. Literally and metaphorically. Like, going to bed, I'm going to crash.
Yeah.
It was that combined with a car crash. Like,
What?
potential danger.
Well, you crash the car and they go, well, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, and then I
Yeah,
found
just
out
fall
last
asleep.
night that someone had got a hit and run at an
Yeah.
intersection that I'd driven through 20 minutes before that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember hitting anyone.
Was I asleep when I hit that guy?
Yeah. I didn't have a brief thought of that. It crossed my head in a funny, like, this sort of sense, like,
Yeah.
maybe. I knew it didn't happen, but anyway.
No.
Then you get home at 1:30. All I want to do is go to bed.
Yeah.
Shut the house up, make sure everything's locked. Go to bed. Wide fucking awake.
Yeah.
Just lying there. It's probably, I don't know, 2:15, 2:30. I'm only estimating. I wasn't looking at the time.
No.
By the time I got to sleep, 7 o'clock rolls around. Bang, wide awake.
Yeah.
Because
You're used
I'd
to
normally would have started work by then. Like,
Yeah.
I'm wide awake. Great. Now I've got to be awake until at least midnight tonight
Yeah.
for work. Like, and then I know after this late night I've got to get up early and do park run. Like,
No.
it's just not quite a comedy of errors, but a comedy of fuck Tom. Like,
Yeah, it's someone else's comedy at your expense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is laughing because I'm the one getting boned. It just sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's life.
Yeah.
I have some questions here for you that I
Yeah.
found on the internet the other day.
Mm.
Just some stupid questions. Like, they're not things I expect an answer to.
Yeah.
But these are questions that people have genuinely asked.
Yep.
All right, number one. Why does Donald Duck wear a towel when he comes out of the shower when he doesn't usually wear any pants?
Oh yeah.
He's Winnie the Poohing the entire time,
Yeah.
but he wears a towel from the waist down after a shower. What?
Yeah.
That one's
I
not.
don't know.
That one's not a dumb question. That's just a
Why?
weird pondering question, right?
Mm.
The next one, and holy shit, when I saw these next two, I thought, thank God I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb. I'm just not this dumb. I swallowed an ice cube whole. Why haven't I pooped it out? What?
Yeah. I don't have an answer
Come
for
again?
that.
Like, yeah. The next one just made me sound or feel even dumber for having read it.
No.
Is African a religion? Is a race a religion?
Jews.
Well, yeah, that's a tricky one, I guess. But
No.
is black a religion?
I think
Is
it's a
white a
I think it's a
religion?
lifestyle. It's a culture.
But a culture is not a religion.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, like, who the hell is dumb enough to Google these questions?
Yeah.
Like, and confidently Google it. I saw one that was, how do you ask a question on Yahoo Answers? And it was asked on Yahoo Answers.
Oh my god.
Or, yeah, like, what? People are absolute morons.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one, this is, if I fuck the pronunciation of this up,
Mm.
it's a long word.
We'll blame the beer.
Why is the word for a fear of long words hippopotamonstrosiquid... hang on. Hippopot... Just kill me.
Fragilisticexpialidocious.
Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia. Look how long that word is an entire fucking line in my
Jesus.
notes.
Yeah.
And that is the actual word for a fear of long words.
Well,
The word for a fear of long words is a fucking long word.
Yeah, but I think like,
But-
who the fuck has a fear of long words? Like, are you retarded or what? Like,
Well,
well,
probably,
yeah,
but-
well.
There's a reason that it has its own word.
I think
But-
that's just someone taking the piss myself.
It's not. It's the actual
But-
scientific word for a fear of long
Who
words.
has a fear of long words?
Morons? I don't know.
I,
Not
oh,
me, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
I have a
obviously.
fear of saying live words into a long words into a microphone because I just fucked it up so
Yeah,
much.
Well, yeah.
I practiced that at home before
Yeah.
I came here.
Really?
Yep.
And you still fucked it
Yeah.
up.
I've had beer in between. I'm more tired, but
Yeah,
just
well.
not meant to be.
Well, that word's not meant to be. Like, if you've got a fear of long words, like, I don't know, like, do you have a job? Or, like, do you have anything else going on in your life?
Well, it could be that you're someone who struggles with education. You could be dyslexic and hate
Sure,
reading
sure.
words, and long words
But
are harder.
a fear
People
of long-
genuinely are afraid of that sort of shit. There's people with dyslexia who fear reading. It's like people who have a fear of public speaking.
That's just like being afraid of a doorstop.
Surely it's a thing somewhere.
Yeah, but, like, everything's
I think-
a thing, but
I think,
really?
I know, like, your fear of heights is rational because heights are scary and dangerous.
Yeah, heights kill you.
Yeah, long words don't kill you,
No.
but yeah,
You
I
know
don't
what you do when, like, you see a long word and you're afraid?
Get
Don't-
over it.
Don't look at it.
Just skip the word.
Yeah, just skip the word.
Yep. Yeah. It's
People are morons.
we live in this world full of them.
Yeah. I was watching this podcast thing, or listening to this podcast thing the other day, and they were saying, in like PG movies,
Yeah.
you can put one fuck in,
Yeah.
and it will still be PG.
Yeah.
And they were saying,
this-
which PG movie
Yeah.
would you just randomly throw a fuck into,
Yeah.
just and keep it at the same rating?
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Star Wars prequels,
Yeah.
and they were like, I think they were talking about the third one, and they were like, where would you put a fuck in that movie?
Yeah.
And they're like, I've got the fucking high ground, Anakin. So there you go. What PG movie would you randomly throw a fuck into?
There is a lot. I mean, I'd love to do it for a bunch of kids' movies. I actually heard this similar thing, and it was to do with the Lord of the Rings. Because the Lord of the Rings in America is technically PG.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So they could fit in one fuck in Lord of the Rings. And where would you put it within that? Like, now I've got to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what movies are PG anymore.
Well,
I don't look at ratings, but...
I know one.
All right,
in
fire away.
In the first Lord of the Rings movie, you know when Gandalf goes to touch the ring and he sees the Eye of Sauron?
Yeah.
He touches it. Fuck!
Or when Frodo gets stabbed.
Oh, fuck!
Fuck!
Oh, fuck, bro.
Or whenever Frodo puts the ring on, where the fuck did he go? That I guess that's making it more Australian.
Yeah.
Ah, what happened to this fuck? And I wonder if it's, like, is it context-based? Because saying, what happened to this fuck? That's a very Australian saying, but
Yeah.
that has a very different connotation to, like, what the fuck? Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that's actually, like, well, you'd throw it in for, well, if we're altering movies, you'd throw it in for a comedy.
We're doing it for
effect, and
comedic effect, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than the actual impact of the word fuck.
Yeah. Because I think it was in Spaceballs. That's PG.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And
Fuck.
he says, fuck, even in the future things don't work.
Yeah.
And I always thought, wow, I'm surprised they said that in a PG movie. 'cause
Actually,
I'm-
they dropped a shit in that as well. No, they did drop. Was it another fuck? Right at the end, after the spaceship that transformed into Mega Maid crashed into Planet of the Apes. No, it is a fuck because they go. Maybe it's a shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
they say that. What's that coming out of her nose? Spaceballs. Shit. There goes. Oh, it's fuck. There goes the planet. Like.
Oh, right.
But that is perfect. I butchered it because
Because that's what you do.
I'm not an actor. I haven't seen that movie in some time, although I love it. But yeah, comedic value of that.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to come up with a few movies for you.
For the next episode,
time.
yeah, we're going to...
Well,
That's our homework.
yeah.
Come up with a list of PG movies and where you'd put fuck in it.
Yeah. And then maybe a few movies for each other. That, like, movies that, like, I know that you've watched.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
And then...
Where would you put...
just randomly, where would you put a fuck in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought... Like, well, because I knew you could put at least one fuck in a PG movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've experienced it with Spaceballs.
I think that's... And Spaceballs might have slipped through a little bit because it's age, whereas more modern movies they've really
Yeah.
cracked down on as well.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't
Again,
know.
I think that's largely the US
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, but they got a different rating to us.
Yeah, that's
always.
exactly right.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was in, it might have been a Pink Panther movie, not with, fucking, what's his name? Sean or whatever it is.
The newer ones.
Yeah.
Old
Sean Martin. No. Is that his name? Sean?
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, yeah.
Not with him. I think it might have been like a French one.
Yeah.
And it was PG.
Yeah.
2 sets of boobs in it. My little brain exploded when I saw that.
I don't think it was just your little brain.
Oh, no. Well, yeah. It
Your
was.
little peen.
Yeah, my little brain.
Well, yeah. That's, yeah, good point. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they were like in a... I don't know why, because I didn't pay any attention to the rest of the movie, but I guarantee you I perked up then. I was like, hang on,
Yep.
what's going on here?
Yep.
Boobies! What are you doing?
Sorry. So, I just saw something in the room we record in. It's just a spare bedroom for anyone listening. I've just seen something that I've never noticed before. But Adam, if you come over to where I am quickly and look this direction, I don't know if you can see it looking properly from yours. Third shelf down on top of the green basket. What does that look like? Does it?
It looks like Alf.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I thought, why the fuck do they have an Alf puppet in the cupboard? But no,
we don't. It's like a sheet.
Yeah.
It just happens to be folded in Alf fashion.
It's folded and rolled and stuffed in there, and it looks exactly like Alf.
I'll never not see that now.
Yeah,
I'll have to change that. Doing me head in.
No. Don't change it because that's an Easter egg. That is Alf. Alf is in the recording room every time.
Alf's head is in the recording
Well,
room.
yes. I took a photo of it.
Yeah, that looks really good, actually.
Yeah, yep. If I can work this a little bit, I'm going to stick this on social media.
I had a dream about Alf last night. Well, it was a nightmare. I can't remember how it started.
Are you sure that is actually a sheet and not Alf? He hasn't just snuck into your house.
Alf was chopping up a person on... It wasn't but you know, like the floating benches in kitchens?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a person lying on that, and he was just hacking at them with a butcher cleaver.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What the fuck have you been watching?
That's the kind of dreams I have.
Yeah, right.
And like...
What a coincidence that you dreamed that.
Yeah.
And he's in your wardrobe.
Yeah. Well, I won't be sleeping tonight. I'll be putting a lock on that door. Make sure the ghost of Alf doesn't get me.
Just put a bell on the door handle so whenever it opens, you can hear it jingle.
Yeah, because I really want that to open. Fuck that.
Well, if it opens, you know.
I'll be awake anyway.
Yeah.
He'll just bust through the wall.
That's
loud.
he's got to go through another cupboard. So you got time, you'll hear that. You can just jump out the bedroom window and fucking leg it. But sorry, Red, but you're getting left behind. Alf's coming for us.
Alf, yeah.
Yep. Sorry, you're bait. I'm out of here. We got to satiate this monster.
Yeah, that's weird, actually. That I had a dream that... And I've never watched Alf. Like, I know what he looks like.
I've only seen a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like... That's...
The only Alf I know is from Home and Away. But it wasn't
Alf Stewart.
Alf Stewart.
He does not look like this.
Oh, no. Well, he's getting there. He's getting pretty old and leathery. And I heard...
But he's not a hairy
alien.
alien.
He loves pussing, so... Pussing. Pussy.
Well done. You nailed that one.
Yep, I do words.
Now, do you have anything else you want to bring up? Because I've got one more thing, but I want to give you your opportunity. Because it's all been pretty one-sided so far today.
I don't mind. I mean, Jesus. As long as we're making some form of content, I don't really mind.
Okay, so the next one. This
Fire
is a conversation that we, as a friend group, not just us,
Yeah.
need to sit down and nut out, right? But, sorry, poor phrasing, workout.
Yeah.
We've discussed pub golf before, and for anyone who doesn't know, pub golf is a game where you set yourself and a group of friends a scorecard,
Yeah.
which is at pub 1, you have a shot of tequila, and that's a par 1. So you have to finish that drink in 1 to get the par.
Oh, you mean like one mouthful? Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Right.
one go.
Yeah.
And then you go to the second pub, and it might be a pint of beer, and that's a par 4.
Right. So you've got to finish.
So you've got to finish it in as few
Goals.
in quotes strokes
Yeah.
as you can. So yeah, if you just neck a pint of beer,
Yeah.
that's one stroke.
But do you really want to invite me? Because I can do that.
No, but what I mean, so my thoughts were, you have to do a different drink at each hole.
Yeah.
So you're not much of, say, a wine guy.
No.
Bloody
Sydney.
call centers.
Fuck off, Sydney.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
so you assign your drinks and you have teams. So you could pair, say, you up, who is just open gullet, drink down.
I'm really good at drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With someone who's not.
Yeah.
So you've got to encourage them to do the best they can, or that becomes your handicap. You're paired with someone who's not a quick drinker,
Yeah.
so that sort of averages it out.
Yeah.
You have
that
teams of
makes sense.
2,
Yeah.
9 different pubs, 9 different drinks.
Yep.
You could play some little mini games in between,
Yeah.
and to get strokes off. So one that I've seen, they've got the punching machines,
Oh, yep.
and you get, if you've got, say, 3 teams of 2,
Yeah.
the top team who has the highest number on there
Yeah.
gets -2 strokes. The next team gets -1.
Ah, yeah.
The last team
No, gets
get
nothing.
0.
Yeah.
So you don't lose anything by doing it,
Yeah.
but you don't gain that loss of strokes.
if you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty fun, actually.
you've got to get enough people, because I think the team idea is the best way to go.
Yeah. Well,
Because I can
get...
down a drink pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't drink often, but I can.
Yeah.
So you and I would be competition with each other,
Yeah.
and we'd probably just be on one the entire time.
yeah.
One per hole.
Yeah.
So that's not particularly fair to some of the others who probably can't drink that quickly,
Yeah.
or can't scull a beer.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta work out what 9 drinks you'd have,
Yeah.
what holes it would be at.
Mm.
And actually, one of the other things was, I've seen you get like the bigger cocktails, like the big, almost fishbowl looking ones,
Oh, yeah.
with 2 straws,
Yeah.
and each person has to tag team it. So you would chug as much as you can through a straw.
And then you swap over.
Yeah.
And that's like a
And-
stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And then you do that with, say, like a frozen margarita,
Yeah.
because then we know you can down a drink well, but you're also contending with brain freeze, which is
Yeah.
something you can't control.
Yeah.
And it's coming through a straw, so the volume's controlled.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta balance out all your different drinks, all the different pubs. In town, it's probably a bit difficult to feasibly do that. You'd have to go somewhere where there's a pretty high density of pubs within walking distance.
Well,
You could probably do it here
could do
in
it
town.
in town, but I don't know if there's 9 with it, like within.
If there's
a
9 that are
close range.
close enough.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Probably do. Well, say you started at.
You'd start at Fitzy's.
Well, I was more thinking you'd start at the sports club on that
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
and then come back this way.
Well, I mean, you do that or you start at Fitzy's and go the other way.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you sort of zigzag around town a bit. There probably is
There
enough,
probably would
honestly.
be 9.
Um,
I reckon there would be 9, actually.
now that I think about
Yeah.
it, probably. But either way,
Well,
like,
you
if
could-
you can
yeah.
get enough people together to do it,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, you carry your scorecard around your neck and you mark it off at each hole.
Mm.
But then the other thing I thought, if you can get enough teams, well, you have to either dress in golf attire,
Oh, well, I do that anyway. Like,
or you go for a team outfit
yeah.
and just have themes for each team.
Yeah.
So one theme could just be red. One theme could be animals.
Yeah. One thing
And then-
could be our favourite party.
Yeah. One could be racism.
Yeah.
One person is a Nazi, one is the Grand Dragon. Like, it's, you set that, and then you get strokes off for, say, the best team photo or something like that, or the best outfits.
Yeah. Yeah, that
And
would
then
be
you have the
pretty
best outfits and photo judged by random patrons or bar staff in the
Yeah.
last bar.
good. Yeah, actually, yeah, that'd be cool. Or like you, yeah, like if you could get say like one like bar staff person,
Yeah.
just give them like we'll have like a little notepad which
Yeah.
we don't look at until the end,
Yeah.
and then they say out of us three, who do you think looks the best?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they write in team 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so you tally up your scores at the end, and then that's like your bonus.
That's exactly. And the
Yeah.
best team, next best, and then you get strokes off for that.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. Same for the photo. You could just have here, show someone the photos. Here's our best photo from the night.
yeah,
Every team does that, and then they pick best, middle, loser. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it over my week of COVID, sitting at home doing sweet
Yeah.
FA.
Good to know you're doing something productive.
Well, trying to.
Yeah,
I mean, if there's a way that you could make content out of that as well,
oh, you could record the whole thing.
That's-
and then
yeah.
just edit it down to.
you just got to just get someone who's not drinking to take
To-
video from it, like to video
To
the
video-
teams and
Yeah. I suppose. Wouldn't that be a cool, like, well, it wouldn't be cool, it would be fucking annoying. Hey, me and my friends are going to go drinking.
But-
Assuming you are my friend, because I'm not paying you, you come with us, but you don't drink, but
I'll-
you have to
well,
record the
no,
whole thing.
I'll pay for your soft drinks. We know people, but we know people who don't drink.
Yeah, I
There are
suppose,
people
yeah.
out there who just don't drink alcohol.
But are they good filmographers?
Videographers, probably not.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, fuck it. I know a guy who was a videographer for a short movie
yeah,
that went overseas. Yeah,
but he wouldn't do it for free.
no, but
Yeah, well,
I've known him since primary school. I'd come to a deal with him. Like, that's fine by me.
15 soft drinks, that's my
Yeah.
bare minimum.
Well, I mean, look, he's a good videographer. He can
Yeah.
get drunk for all I care, so long as the footage
Well, I
looks
was
good at
going
the
to say,
end.
well, it wouldn't really matter if they were drinking as long as they weren't, smashed by the end.
Yeah, shouting racial slurs into the microphone and
Yeah, try to avoid that.
yeah. But you also, like, I guess you run into an issue. You'd have to find at every pub an area where all teams can sit at one table or one area where there's no one else.
Yeah.
So you're not videoing other people while you're participating in the whole.
Yeah.
The videos I've seen have worked really well of it. It's just the logistics of that. But that's a goal for us to work towards.
Yeah.
Working out, okay, well, we do 9 holes because 18's probably a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
Few amateurs.
Yeah. Well, most of them are amateurs.
Yeah.
Not 18. That's a high bar. Even for you, when you start looking at cocktails and shots
Pints.
in a short enough space of time,
Yeah.
you're pushing your limits.
Yeah.
What those 9 pubs are going to be, what the bonus activities are going to be,
Yeah.
what penalties are. So if you throw up, that's -2 strokes, or
Yeah.
if you fall over, -2 strokes, or +2 strokes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got to work out the rule set,
Yeah.
but there's some more homework for us to do outside of this.
Hmm.
And it's just a fun social activity. And then,
We'll have to do some reconnaissance missions at all these pubs.
what a shame.
Damn.
I don't know if we can manage that.
It'll be
I
a
just-
struggle.
It will. We'll do it
But,
for the content.
yep.
But then you make it a regular thing. Whether it's, twice a year or just once a year.
Yeah.
And
And-
have it as
Or just with
the Grundle Bundle Golf Classic or
Yeah.
Pub Golf Classic.
Yeah. That's,
You have your trophy and it gets handed to the winners and they get to hold on to it for a year.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's
See, all
cool, actually.
all these big ideas,
Yeah.
but it's going to be A, the logistics, and B, having enough friends. Because, like,
Yeah.
90% of our friend group is in this room right now. And there's only 2 of us in here.
We've got some relations.
Well, I mean, we've got other friends. We've got, friends of friends. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
We could have a ring-in team.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
Yeah.
we'll make it work.
Yeah.
It'll work. But then, you've got to work out who your team captains are. And I've got 3 team captains in mind. So you, obviously.
Yep.
Me.
Yeah.
Dave.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
3 solid drinkers.
Yeah.
Provided he doesn't do something dumb like get sober. You know, like...
I couldn't imagine him doing that.
He's discussed it, but never actually committed to it yet.
He's discussed a lot of things.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's sort of where it's at the moment in my head.
Yeah,
that's only 3 teams. We probably want 1 or 2 more, teams of 2. Maybe you do teams of 3, depending how many people you can get. If we can get 9, well, you do 3 teams of 3.
Yeah.
But you've got to have enough people who are able to commit to the night and are actually going to turn up. You know?
Yeah.
And, all right, make it. If your second person doesn't turn up for your team, they just get par the whole way through. And that's just your score.
Yeah.
And then, so you might have to participate harder at some of the score minusing challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun, actually.
Yeah. So we've got something to sit down and work out after this. And
Well, yeah, well, we should do some reconnaissance.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that might be a next weekend thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I was more thinking, like, just to find out what, like you said, with the punching thing.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
to
we've
find
got to
out
find
what-
somewhere
what-
that has
or
what activities are available
actually at the
around
pub.
town.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you could go to an arcade just for that. That activity doesn't have to be at the pub. You can find an arcade that has one of those machines and go
Yeah,
there in
yeah.
between holes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just a thought.
That sounds pretty good. Hang on, just gotta do a quick way.
All right. So, yeah, back on the pub golf thing,
Yeah.
and we'll probably edit this bit up until what I say.
Yep.
Each team, like we said before, have, say, a theme or a colour.
Yeah.
And this thought just came to me. A team mascot.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you have to carry... Your mascot has to go with you for the whole night. If you lose your mascot, you lose points. And
Like a toy or something.
that came to me via Alf. You could carry like a little stuffed animal, like Alf. A little Alf puppet around with you the whole night.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that could be a handicap that one team has to wear a hand puppet. Each member has to wear a hand puppet on their dominant hand for the whole night or the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And then, or they can only drink with their non-dominant hand, or like just as another way to try to.
That might be like a particular pub game. Like you get to this pub, and if you get caught drinking with your dominant hand, then you lose a stroke or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or say you get a schooner of beer, but you're not allowed to drink with your hand. You're not allowed to touch the glass.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got to come up with a way to drink it without using your hands. And that's either member. So, you know, you could grab it with your forearms or something and then tip it into, like I could grab it with my forearms and pour it for you while you drink. Or you can just use a straw. Yeah, just something like that. But some little additional rules and benefits and then hindrances for other people.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off? You mentioned straws.
Yeah.
The
Paper
fucking
straws.
paper straws.
What utter dog shit.
We went out to Mother's Day for Red's mother.
Yeah.
What was that, last weekend?
Yeah.
And I got a malt thick shake.
Yeah. Oh.
They gave me 2 paper straws.
Yeah.
And this thing was thick.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just...
They do all right for
They
that
were-
first mouthful because
Yeah.
they still have integrity,
Yeah.
structural integrity. And even the wide ball ones.
Yeah, but about
As
after
soon as
5
they get-
minutes, they start biodegrading,
Yeah.
like what they're meant to
They
do.
get
but
soggy,
it's
and
in
then
my
you suck it,
fucking
and
drink.
they collapse in on themselves.
Yeah, and then you might as well just fucking throw it in the bin because
Yeah.
it's useless.
Yeah. I know. I hate it. How many how many plastic straws are sitting around unused
Yeah.
because they're now illegal to use, but they've already been made. That plastic is already a thing.
Oh, yeah. Just chuck them in the ocean.
Yeah, fuck the turtles.
Yeah.
Like, or just give them to people so we can drink a fucking drink without it shitting itself. Actually, that could be a thing.
What?
The best straw for the pub golf. So you could bring around one of the wide bore, say, metal straws for each of
Yeah.
your drinks.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's going to come down quickly. Or you go for style and get an elaborate silly straw.
Yeah.
Like one of the big curly ones that
Oh, yeah.
you're putting more effort into, but you're getting style points. Like,
Style point.
Well-
There's no style points when drinking out of a straw.
no. But see, having the cooler straw or something,
Yeah.
that's rules that we've got to work out.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to sit down with a piece of paper and
Mm.
a committee after this. Committee being you, me, and probably Red,
Yeah.
working out the details and yeah, getting something in motion.
Yeah.
Because one issue I have is winter. I don't
Yeah.
feel like drinking in winter,
Well, definitely not beer.
but if you make it part of the activity, right? Like
Yeah.
you're up and moving, you're walking regularly between pubs, you're walking up, you're warming up as you go.
Yeah, but nah.
I'd probably wait a few months until it starts to warm up again.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's more of a spring, summer type event.
Yeah, but maybe you do different versions.
Yeah.
Ski golf in the winter,
Yeah.
and you just modify it that it has to be something winter friendly the whole time.
Yeah.
Like
But I suppose if we went to like, suppose if you go to the like coast or maybe even Brisbane, it's going to be a bit warmer there.
that's exactly right as well.
Well, if you're doing it like during the day as well, like just say you start at.
I mean, you'd
one
start
or
at
two.
I'd probably start at like 3.
Yeah.
You still got that afternoon sun,
Yeah.
and by the time it's cooling down, you've got some anesthetic on board anyway.
Yeah. So you don't. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like after 3 hours, you probably. Well, you'd be more than halfway through it, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
So-
Like if you pick pubs that are close enough to walk to,
Yeah.
the logistics of it aren't that hard. If you've got 6 people playing, you walk in, you order 6 pints, 6 glasses of wine, 6 shots of tequila, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have that, sit on it for a minute until everyone's finished, and then you just walk on to the next pub. Like,
Yeah.
you want to space it enough that people aren't drinking 7 drinks in an hour. Because for some of us,
Yeah.
you'd probably manage it okay, but others, it would quite literally kill them.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that'd be my only thing with if you're doing like shots or just spirits.
yeah.
Is it
See, I
doesn't
would-
take that long.
I would
to drink
probably
it.
just do like a shot as, say, the first hole,
Yeah.
and then you go from that into a pint.
Yeah. Or
But at the same
maybe
time,
there
if
has
you're
to
drinking
be-
a pint and you're drinking it in one go,
Yeah.
it's coming in at the same rate as, say,
Yeah.
a shot. Like, it's
Yeah.
the spacing will really come in getting from hole to hole.
Yeah. Or maybe there has to be like a time limit of how long you stay at a particular
Set a
pub.
limit, half an hour a hole. Like,
Yeah.
and then that's 4.5 hours, so that's still quite a reasonable night. Hell, you could space it out longer. Half an hour per hole plus extra time for mini games.
Yeah. But I'm more thinking like I'd probably have a drink in between some of the drinks. Like if it's a shot,
Yeah.
you just
Well,
neck that and then it's like
and then you want
you
to
just sit around
glass
for
of
half an
something.
hour.
Yeah.
Well, we might I'll get a beer as well, sort of thing.
Well, that's something you've got to manage. Like, that's a you problem,
Oh yeah,
not a
definitely.
game
Yeah,
issue.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I just had another thought. At the end of 9 holes, as the final mini game, some sort of challenge-based game, like a skill-based game. So like mini golf or something that that takes some coordination, or because if you're just absolutely blotto,
rat-assed,
you're not going to be any better.
we could finish up at the golf club and then just go to the driving range
to mini golf. You just got to find somewhere like that and have a specific activity as the last thing.
Yeah.
Mini golf would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because the number of strokes you have goes on to your overall score or something. Again, details for us to work out. But I think we're on to a winning idea.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun, actually.
It's something that you can, do repeatedly. You could do it every year. Yeah. Have a trophy. Have an award ceremony thing for it. Change some of the details slightly. The drinks might stay the same, but the whole order might change.
Yeah.
Or you go to a different city.
Yeah.
I
suppose
the mini games might change.
Well, if we went to like Brisbane, we'd have to. I suppose you just pick the pubs, and then if that pub had like a pinball machine or whatever, then you just make up the game on the spot.
Well, you could do some reconnaissance in the 12 months in between.
Yeah.
And go, okay, well, this pub's here, and next door they've got an axe throwing place. The person who does the best in that is...
Yeah.
Axe throwing's a bad
probably
suggestion.
Probably not a good
We're
idea.
not doing that while drinking, but you know what I mean. They've got different activities. And you'd have to go down, say, the weekend before or a couple of weeks before and do some recon, work out exactly where it all is, lay it out in a map and go, well, here's an activity, here's an activity, here's an activity.
Yeah.
Something might be within this pub, but then the next activity is completely separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just thoughts.
Yeah.
And just bring in a friend group. And like I said, our friends, limited.
Yeah.
But then our friends have friends.
Yeah, our friends have friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're in a relationship now. That gives you more contact.
Yeah, Red's got heaps of friends.
Yeah.
Well, a lot more than me anyway.
Well, not hard.
And she's got work friends.
But see, we've got quality over quantity. Sorry, Red, but it's true.
Yep.
Well, actually, in saying that, there's probably one or two people that I work with who would do it.
At the other job?
At both, between the two.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be people interested. So you could make it work, for sure.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just depends where, when, logistics.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't go, hey, we're doing pub golf next weekend, I need you there.
Yeah.
You'd go, look, in a month, put it in your calendar, pub golf.
Yeah.
This Saturday, we start at this time.
Yeah.
And you just plan it like a party.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Come dressed as.
Yeah. Here is your team theme.
Yeah.
Here's this person's number. Communicate with them.
Yeah.
You could do teams as a lucky draw. Like you have team captains and then a hat of all of the pool of players.
And
you have to draw out your buddy.
Yeah.
That way there's no bias as to who's playing with who.
Yeah. Up here for thinking.
Big brain.
Down here for dancing.
There could be a dancing competition. And then it's the court of public opinion as to who wins and loses.
Yeah. Just grab some random at the bar and go, can you watch me dance?
I was going to say, go somewhere like the Tats upstairs and just start breaking it down on the dance floor. And then just walk over to some random people at a table. Can you tell me of these people who's dancing best?
Yeah.
Done. Rank them first to third.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could, yeah.
See, community involvement. It's becoming a whole thing.
It's a community service. We're like a charity.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I want you to pick the top 3, but pay me $5 for doing it because we're providing entertainment.
Yeah. Who is the less shit and give me your money?
Yeah, basically. But there you go. And hell, you could make it a big enough thing. If you interact with the public throughout, they might go, hey, next time you do it, let me know.
Yeah, and then we could have like
Expand.
a big event.
Have an actual tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we get sponsors, limos.
Well, actually, I mean, limos are probably pushing it, but you could probably get local bars to sponsor it.
Limo's a local meth dealer.
It's Meth Man on his push bike with it, and he's doubling you on the handbars.
I'm in his basket.
You're in the basket, the other person's on the stunt pegs on the back.
And you know he's got enough energy.
Oh, yeah. He's full fed of meth. But, like, yeah, you could get local bars to sponsor it if you could make it big enough.
Oh, yeah.
There's a goal for us to put on the whiteboard below Streaky Bacon Heart, How to Train the Grand Dragon, and the Winky Slinky is how to grow a pub golf tournament.
Grundle Bundle.
The Grundle Bundle pub golf Classic.
Yeah.
Do it as a yearly thing.
Yeah.
And, maybe limit it to 20 teams.
Yeah.
And, the bigger it gets, you'd change the rules. You don't have to be at the one hole at the same time. You just sort of progress through the holes in whatever order you want.
I suppose you don't.
But each
even
hole
has
the drink
Yeah.
and the number of strokes.
Yeah. I suppose as long as, we'll do it together.
Initially,
But
it'll be a small group and you can all go to the same
time,
same hole,
drink,
same time, same drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an honesty system, really.
Well, the bigger it gets, it's an honor system. But
you wouldn't even have to be at, the same place at the same time if it were going to be, massive.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
As long as you're honest with
the number of strokes you've got. Yeah. And if something seems a bit out of the ordinary for the team you've got, and you'd have to have rules like one pro, one amateur. Like one you and one my sister. Cheap drunk, doesn't drink often.
Yeah. You've
got to have the pro drinker
the
and then the
the
shit
wang.
drinker.
Yeah.
The wing and the wang.
Yeah.
That's what the rules called.
Wing and wang.
Yeah. The the balancing system is wing wang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very serious.
Yeah. We're gonna have to come out with an actual rule book for it.
Yeah.
And one of the rules is wing and wang.
Wing and wang.
When you sign up, you've got a sheet. Who's the wing? Who's the wang?
Who's the wang?
Yep. Yeah. We've got to work out which one the wang is. Is that the
girl?
The good drinker or the not so good drinker?
Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be the good drinker because their dick will end up being out at the end of the night.
True.
If I know anything
No.
about
That's the
alcohol,
bad
and
drinker.
I
The
do.
good drinker is the seasoned drinker.
Yeah.
They're the one who can handle it. Their dick's going to stay in.
Right.
It's the other one who's going to be pissing themselves.
Cock out. Yeah.
Also, dribbling when you pee. Strokes added.
You should have.
Bit tricky for the women folk, but
Yeah. Well, hey, that's.
if you piss yourself, strokes on. If you vomit, strokes on. You fall over, strokes. Yeah.
I think if you piss yourself, that's a lot of strokes.
It's only 2 or 3. Because you still have to.
Yeah,
Like, to your
how many
score,
times-
that
how
sucks,
many
but
times
you've
have-
got to deal with the embarrassment of it.
Oh yeah, but how many
That's on
times
you.
have you been out and you just straight up piss yourself and go,
0.
I'm going to continue?
0.
Yeah, well, me
But
too.
you could commit to it. It could be a bit.
It could be. It should be a rule.
I haven't been out when I did it. I've done it once. I have actually pissed myself at a table while drinking.
Yeah.
Doing 100 shots in 100 minutes.
Ah, right.
Couldn't get up and leave the table.
That's 100 shots of beer, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah. No, you couldn't do 100 shots of liquor. You would actually die. But yeah, you're not allowed to leave the table or you lose.
Did you do that with your cousin?
No. I wanted to,
Yeah.
but no, this is just...
Nice.
Well, no, like, he threw some good parties, and there was plenty of drinking games that happened at them, but
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've straight up pissed my pants.
Nice. Bloke I used to work with, Dave, I think I've actually mentioned him on the podcast before. He was saying that
Not the Dave who was in our friend group. For anyone
no,
listening.
no, other Dave, who is a raging alcoholic. Well, maybe I should bring him. Anyway.
No, he could just be another team leader.
Yeah. He's a good bloke though. Anyway, he was telling me he's been to Oktoberfest a few times. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's Danish,
Yeah.
so it's literally just a boat ride to fucking
Or a
Germany.
train ride,
Or
like,
just
yeah, it's-
fucking walk there because it's right there.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, he was saying when you go to Oktoberfest, they have big like tables with like benches
Yeah.
everywhere, and he
Yeah.
said if you get a seat, you do not stand up.
Yeah.
He said you literally pull your dickens out and piss on the floor.
Yeah.
Because if you stand up,
Seats are a commodity.
Yeah, you will
Yeah.
never get a seat again.
Yeah.
There is just so many people there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
That's not
It's not
pissing
pissing
yourself.
yourself,
That's
it's
actively just urinating.
you're standing in piss. It's not yours.
Well, I
and-
mean, if you're in a seat, you're not.
yeah, but your feet are touching the ground. And
They don't
everyone's
have to
pissed.
be. If there's a foot bar on that stool,
Oh, there wouldn't be.
there could be. I don't know. I've never been, but
Well-
there you go. Golf classic around the world, the world tour.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Different city each year. Do an annual holiday.
Yeah, that'd be
That's probably a
Yeah.
small group
cool.
thing.
Yeah,
Just
that-
a
I think
bit of
we're
a
thinking,
fun-
Yeah, 20 years in advance sort of thing.
well, no, that's
20
just a
years later.
training sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going
I
practice. We're going to go play
I
pub
couldn't-
golf
I couldn't imagine we go to
in
October
New Zealand. Like,
and then
What-
just like
you're not leaving.
out drinking some of them boys.
All right, we're Australian. We have a bad reputation at Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah, but I don't want to make it worse for us.
But if
I
you're
just
again,
mean-
if you're at Oktoberfest, you're just sitting down and drinking.
yeah, but
You're not
yeah.
moving on to the
Yeah,
next hole.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But Han's sitting beside you. He's like, I've been coming here since I was 6. So like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
I don't know. I reckon
Hans,
you could.
Hans is going to win every time.
I don't know. You'd give him a pretty solid run for their money.
Maybe.
But-
I'd give it a go, but I don't know if I don't know if I'd win.
Also, I don't think Oktoberfest is probably a particularly golf event.
No, it's more
But
of a
yeah,
sit down.
international golf would be a friend group, just a small group of people.
Yeah,
All right, let's go overseas.
yeah,
Let's find 9 pubs on the fly. We'll just take our golf card with us.
yeah,
We'll just have a drink here, walk, find the next one,
yeah.
make it a bit of a fun. Not that regular pub golf in town won't be fun.
Yeah,
Just while we're overseas,
yeah.
we got a night off. Fuck it, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that probably is a good.
Exhausted, yep.
Yeah, that's probably a good point to wrap it up for this episode.
Yeah, sounds good. Right, well,
We'll catch you next time.
good talk, Tom. Yep.
Thank you.
And see you, listeners.
Yeah. If anyone is actually listening, feel free to rate us, send us a comment, send us a message on our Facebook, Instagram,
Send us a question.
send us a question. We'll happily answer it in the podcast. And yeah, thank you.
Right, see you, Tom.
All right, bye.
Bye.